What's up, guys? Matt Archer here. As you can see, I got my Archer's LLC shirt on. So that's one of my businesses, my construction business. The reason for making this video is I have been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a long time. Just kind of scared, not knowing kind of what I want to produce content-wise. So I just figured I'd kind of get on here and take it a little bit at a time. I kind of want to do business stuff. I like a lot of personal growth, motivation. Been kind of getting, I'm also in the construction space, a little bit into the real estate space as far as kind of investing, flipping, stuff like that goes, as well as kind of a financial aspect as well. I've been reading and listening to podcasts and kind of researching a bunch of different avenues as far as like business, personal growth, mindset growth avenue. So I just kind of wanted to get on here, kind of tell you a little bit about myself, and then hopefully get some feedback and get some questions and content from some people on what you might want to hear, what you would want help with, because that's kind of what I'm wanting to do here. I want to help people. I want to get them to a different point in their life. I want to get them to a better point in their life, and hopefully I can do that with this channel. Again, I don't know everything, but I want to kind of document myself and document my growth, and then as I learn, kind of help other people learn and grow, so we can kind of like move forward in the growth together. So again, name's Matt Archer. Grew up in North Baltimore, Ohio. It's in between Findlay and Bowling Green, Ohio. Most of my upbringing and like work experience was in contracting. My dad owned a construction company growing up, and that's kind of where I started. Like, I've been in that space ever since. So I'm 27 now, so 15 years old. As soon as I could work, we were doing construction work with him. So I went through that. Kind of worked through high school and stuff like that, which at that point didn't seem super ideal. It was kind of, we were working before every dance, and it was nice making the money and getting that work aspect and the work ethic, but it was kind of, yeah, it was, at that point it was a little of an annoyance, I would say. At that point in time, just kind of working through everything and working before everything, but now I see why that was such a big impact in kind of my growth in life. So worked through there. Didn't really plan on going to college. I ended up meeting my girlfriend / wife now in high school, and she was a couple years younger than me. So I ended up working after high school with my dad's business. That kind of slowed down a little bit, so I ended up getting on with another company, countertop company, doing installs and fabrication and stuff like that. Started off on the bottom, obviously learning how everything works, building countertops, doing kind of the grunt work, and then within a year and a half, promoted to a top installer and taking on my own crews, teaching people, going on commercial jobs and stuff like that by myself. So grew with that company a little bit. They've actually blown up since I've left. They didn't want me to leave, which is kind of awesome. But left to go down to Cincinnati. Both me and my wife ended up getting into UC at the same time. Like I said, I wasn't planning on going to college, but through a series of events and stuff like that, and with kind of the help with my wife and stuff like that now, we kind of both ended up going down and getting accepted to University of Cincinnati, where we went to and took our undergrad. Went through college, worked through college, odd and end jobs, Home Depot, call center, which was not my cup of tea. I'm not a office guy. I don't like sitting at a desk. I gotta work with my hands and kind of be out and about and roaming around. So I did that, and then got in with a home building company. So they were having a job fair at UC one afternoon, so I decided to kind of go down. I noticed on on the little pamphlet they had a couple home building companies and stuff like that that's kind of like more of my avenue. So I decided to go, hopefully hit up a couple of those companies and throw out my resume and stuff like that. So I did that, threw out my resume for a home building company, a multi-million-dollar home building company here in Cincinnati. Ended up getting a phone interview and then got on as kind of a co-op part-time position for the company over the phone. So that was huge. And that kind of like launched my growth mindset to a certain extent, because there I was making more money than I ever had, than I ever kind of thought I was going to. I guess being that young and stuff, I never really thought that long term at that point in my life. So that helped a lot. I was obviously, with that big of a company and that amount of knowledge that you need to know for that position, it was a little overwhelming at first, but as you kind of go through, and you guys know, you kind of catch on, learn more. It took a few months to a year for me to feel pretty comfortable in doing things myself, communicating with vendors, making calls, communicating with customers and all that by myself. Within 3 years working there, so once I got out of college, graduated, I started full time with the home building company, and then soon after that got promoted to a superintendent, which essentially that means I had a couple communities all to myself, making all the calls, scheduling everything out, paying vendors, all that. So that was awesome, a big accomplishment for me, and another stepping stone into my future growth and stuff like that. So I went through that, and I'll try to make this kind of short. Just kind of wanted to throw some stuff out here so you guys get an idea of what I'm all about. Got through that, and then I kind of got the entrepreneurial bug, which I've always had, but I loved the company. I loved the growth. The support was good. There were some things that obviously with any job is kind of out of your control. Some things create stress. You just got to know how to deal with the stress in a certain way so it's not super overwhelming. But I just always felt like I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have my own company. I wanted to create and implement the values and the culture that I believe is kind of the right way to do things. I've learned a lot from other companies. I've learned a lot through other experiences on what to do, what not to do, and look forward to kind of implementing that into my future businesses as I go forward. But ended up making the big leap, super scary, but ended up leaving the home building company on good terms. They would be pumped if I came back, I'm sure, but make the big move to starting my own business, which was scary. It was like super scary, because obviously with your own business, you don't, unless you have a bunch of money, you can start everything up quickly. You have to worry about insurance. You have to worry about 401k stuff. You got to like save up your own money. You got to make sure you have your own money for taxes. You got to be putting all this stuff away on your own, and you don't have that W-2 stuff to kind of take that stuff out for you. You're kind of starting on a lower level. So obviously I did take a pay cut with leaving, but knew that the future goal is to grow and become bigger, to get to way exceeding the pay that I was getting at the company. So I just knew I had to make the leap. Took me a few months and took some talks with my wife as well, which she could attest to. It was, I'm sure, really scary for her as well. But I really appreciated some of the back and forth with her and with some other people, family-wise as well. But also appreciate the support that they gave to as we took the leap and made it happen. So super pumped to be doing my own thing. I also have a couple guys working for me now, so it's going pretty well. It's been a little slow. I had my brother on with me as we first started, but then as he moved to Arizona with his girlfriend, we kind of split up that as far as that goes. But I knew that everything would be okay. Like as that happened, one door closed, and like I've talked about on some of my other social media platforms, another one will open. So like as I was working by myself for a little bit, kind of like brainstorming some ideas, hoping that some things would happen for me as I progressed and worked at growing the business. Obviously, it was hard at first because you're working in it, and that kind of doesn't leave a whole lot of time to work on it. So I was super blessed to have a couple guys that I have worked like with me and for me when I was working at the home building company, kind of come on and want to kind of work with me. So they started off full-time or part-time, and then I got them on full-time now. So super pumped about that. Got a couple other things down the pipeline that I'm kind of working on to get some more growth and kind of step back from the manual work in the business, which I've been able to do with having the guys on full time. So I've kind of stepped back a little bit, taken a couple jobs that are kind of like little that I can just kind of knock out real quick and then continue on with my day as far as like doing the sales portion, generating leads, and then scheduling out jobs for my guys further out in the schedule. So super pumped about that. Super pumped about a lot of things going on in my life right now that we can kind of go over as I continue the channel and continue the videos here. But yeah, just super excited to continue to grow, and just kind of wanted to start this to allow myself to document not only document myself, but document this so that other people can learn from what I'm doing. Like, I mean, I'm down to share all the mistakes. I'm down to share the successes. I'm down to delve into some other avenues that I've kind of gone through. Like I said, motivational, growth, financial, mindset, stuff like that. So I got a lot of knowledge and good avenues to kind of like point people down. Like I said, I'm not a pro at everything, but I just wanted to do this because my ultimate goal is to help as many people as I can, whether that's through providing an amazing service for them, giving them knowledge, throwing them out their advice. I mean, I'm big into fitness as well, so that's like another avenue that is like very prevalent on like my Instagram and stuff like that. So I've gotten people asking me about that. Like, I'm not a pro, I'm not a personal trainer or anything like that, but I always love to give advice. I always love to point people down the right direction, or a direction to where they can get themselves and lead themselves down to get better and grow. So just wanted to get on here. Appreciate all you guys watching. I'll throw my social media platform stuff in the show notes and stuff like that, so that way you guys can kind of check it out and see what I'm all about even further. And look forward to checking you guys out in the next few videos. Also, hit me up as far as any future content, any questions that you guys would like me to answer, or if you'd want me to delve in any more into my like past life, any experiences and stuff like that I've kind of gone through, or anything that you would want to kind of learn about, touch base on, stuff like that, so that way it gives me some more content for more videos. Yeah, hit me up on social media if you have any questions like that. I'm always down to answer questions and kind of converse back and forth to help you guys out as much as I can. So I appreciate it. Share this video, help me out, and then hopefully we can kind of grow together. So appreciate you guys. See ya.